Morning. We need a beat. Morning. Dude. Oh man, I'm still on. Not mute. There we go. My drink today is non-dairy salted caramel cold brew. Yo, what up? Just jamming some caramel. We got some caramel in mine. That's not a sex thing. I mean, coffee. Oh, really? Meg just dropped her car at the mechanics. That's funny. She had to drop back off, though. Hey, Larissa. Guys, I'm having a hard time. I think I'm going to do something today. I know I talked about, like, spending money and doing all this stuff, but again, sometimes there's opportunities you can't pass up. It's not a... It is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. Slaughter to Prevail masks are righteously on sale, like over half off. I can get 2 of them for the cost less than the cost of one normal. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna get 2 of them. They're badass, dude. Come on. Got home, I have no idea what to do. Oh shit! Relax. I'm good. Wait, West Coast? Is it your birthday today? Brent, I'm actually we meant to. A lot got messed up. Slaughter was supposed to come out today for a weird drop and then maybe Bone tomorrow, but we're going to probably record Bone today. I don't know what's going to happen. I might throw it out on Saturday just to see what happens. Heard it was good, but happy birthday if it is your birthday. Sorry, I was trying to go back and see that. Get a tattoo, that's what I do when I'm bored. $19. Well, happy birthday, man. Morning. The big 1-9. Yeah, check these babies out. Check out this badassery. 110, normally 250. 110, 110, 110. Are we seeing a theme here? And then when you go down here, look at this bad boy. This is the Winter is Coming edition. Fuck yeah, that's tough. This one with the black teeth? What, dude? The Berserker editions? I mean, yeah, these are cool and all. I mean, I got that one, and I got this one. But Papa needs this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. What do you think? Need them all. Fucking all of them. Freaking cool. I just gave myself my own erection just looking at those, thinking about wearing them. Not even just wearing them, just owning them. Papa needs all of them right now. The biggest hard-on I've ever had in my life. Think about having one on while setting the rest up in their spots to be viewed. Might come right now. Don't bite me. Yeah, the one with the blood, that's from KOD. I like that one too. But the one next to it, last night, because we recorded Slaughter to Prevail, when he does this one sound, the way he looks up at the camera and like there's a little bit of like blur shake, it's very hyper realistic. That with that mask, it didn't scare me, but it catches me off guard. I was like, oh shit, like. Yes, spicier time. Oh, Lori, did you just miss the masks? Yes, Take Me Back to Eden is a very good song. You have one of the masks at home? Which one do you have? I kind of like the chrome one too, the all chrome that like the rest of the band wears. Yeah, it's more like that bear sound or whatever. Yeah, Laura, I think, like I said, that I shouldn't, but I'm serious, the cost, I can get two of them for less than the cost of one. I mean, you gotta figure tax and shipping. I get that, guys, but they're coming to your city? Is that the name of it? Is it Grizzly? I didn't know that. Hey, what's up? Morning. Jesus Christ, Rage. Slow the fuck down. It's 9:56. That was me yesterday, though. I'm serious. Like, other than the laundry, because I got my laundry together, I swept, vacuumed, cleaned up the sunroom, picked up our room, set up. What was the other thing I did? I did my coffee time, cleaned up Chandler's room, helped her vacuum and stuff, and then mowed. Well, I didn't do that all before the morning, but I got most of that done before coffee. I was like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with me today? There's a mention. Okay. Bro, did we know? Here, let me show you something. I don't know if I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Busy broke down his Crossroads verse. Man, the funniest shit was and I knew somebody was going to say it, and I went immediately to the comments. He broke it down, and he says, and blah, blah, blah. He starts going off, and I went, I don't remember them ever bleeping anything in this song. And so, I went back, and they played the full verse, because he's spitting so fast. No, it goes right in there, and the comment took me out. It was like, so he's been saying the N-word on the radio since the 90s. He's been slipping it in there since the 90s, and nobody caught it. That shit had me rolling. Yes, Kayla was having she was getting induced last night. He snuck that motherfucker in there for 30 years on the radio. It's still being played. Not a nan one block bleep and or cut out on sound in that song. That shit took me out. I'm so glad to be from Ohio right now. I'm part of Cleveland and this area, because that shit, number one, is probably one of the most iconic rap songs. ever. That's not up for debate. Probably sound like Ronald, probably. What's a nan? Nan nada. That a nan nada. Don't even worry about it. Not a nan, not a one. So Brent, you're aware? You're a bone fanatic, as it were. So you are aware that the one we hear on the radio is not the original Crossroads. I'm serious. Only about 7 people that I know that listen to Bone all the time knew that. As far as like the sugar and the caramel thing, I go back and forth. I think sugar is the fact of I've developed a taste for you, like as in her, and he knows she's bad for him, but I get it. That's why I said underlines of lore and then this new thing still, I think, kind of intertwine slightly. Yeah, I was born 83. You know how many times I got grounded from Bone Thugs and Harmony? I'm serious. Bone changed the way I looked at music, rappers, artists, groups together, because in my mind, harmonized sounds like my mom was in and the Harmony Express and barbershops and quartets, that only those types of people did those things. You didn't do that in rap. And then you had 4 and 5 motherfuckers doing it too that kept in with the whole, and you rapped fast? No, that's impossible. I'm pretty sure that was photoshopped back in '94. But it completely changed. Like if I wasn't into rap then, I was balls deep in it now. I didn't know you could do that. They're vastly different songs, though, but fair inspiration. It definitely, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that they are completely 2 different things, but they still line up with certain things. Oh, babe, I knew you would be cleared to exercise. I was just waiting to see if they had any. Like, I get it. Bone Enterprise? Yeah, and that Easy was the one that had him change their name to Thugs and Harmony. I know it all. And Brent, I think you're on here, but come to find out, they recorded, it was either Thuggish Ruggish Bone or Faces of Death down the road from me and my cousin Grand's house, like 3 blocks away. The studio, I think, is still there. I didn't know there was a studio there, but from what I understand, either Thuggish Ruggish Bone or the entire Creeping on a Come Up was done there, and or Faces of Death, the one song was recorded. Something like that. Shit's dope. I might get together with Rio and have him be like, take me down here, like that way I know for sure which door it is, so I can like look at it and maybe even talk about it. That's kind of cool. I'd fanboy out really hard, yeah. Got to meet a couple of them. Crazy show. Alan opened up for Crazy and he lit his joint, let him take it. Then Crazy gave us one of his. We were like right there at, because he, like I said, he'd opened for him. And afterwards, we were talking with Wishbone. His real name's Cece. Big motherfucker. Like, I'm big, but like this motherfucker. And he's talking all nice to us and being all like, you know, young fella, just keep plugging away. You know, you'll get this rap thing. And he went, excuse me. He went, what the fuck? And bro flipped a switch, excused himself, to go walk over 10 feet away from us to yoke a dude up in the air, slam him on top of a fucking car hood, and say, "You're in my city, bitch." Pretty much. Had this motherfucker down. I don't know what happened. He wasn't having it. Slam dude down. I'm pretty sure on a fucking like brand new Impala hood. Yoked dude in the air. Wish wasn't playing around, dude. ICP. Oh, no shit. Before Tech 9 blew up? Hell yeah. Man, that shit was hysterical. I never see like he was a rag doll, man. Life's treating me good. Hopefully your life's going good too today. Bro, this was at Peabody's still, babe. We were at Peabody's, and we were over in the one parking lot. So we were facing him this way, and the thing was going this way, and that's why we kind of saw him doing one of these, and he went, "Excuse me." Man had manners to excuse himself to go whoop somebody's ass because he was talking to us. And I swear to God, all we saw was we turned around, dude, feet in the air, and him throw down and just had his forearm pressed in him talking about, "This is my city." Like, I went, I'm sure glad he likes us. Talking about when my cousin opened up for Bone and stuff back in the day, and we were talking to Wishbone after, like personally, just me, him, and my cousin and my buddy. He proceeded to excuse himself to whoop somebody's ass. Super polite fella. Yeah, his mom raised him right. Oh shit. So all we kept hearing was, "Cece, chill." And he's like, "Nah." Like, when you get called by your real name, not your stage name, it's on, dude. People are trying to get your for real attention. But that dude's the biggest one out of the group, I'm pretty sure. That dude had to be at least 6'5". I was 6'3", and he was over me, dude. Hell yeah, Trey. Did he sound like a girl? Yeah. But dude, he hits that tenor fucking note, man. Like, all of them can carry a tune, right? They can all carry a great tune. I'm sorry. I think Crazy and Busy have the best voices. Like, as far as an actual holding note. AMG, what's up? I was sure not to mess with him. What do you consider? I don't know. Well, I mean, there's like baritone. There's the bass. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else they can be considered. It's just all I know is that Crazy had the low tone, right? He had the low, like, whoa, down here. And then Busy had that super high. If I had to say, I think he had the best pitch out of everybody that could actually nail probably an actual, like, scale. Falsetto. Yeah. Veronica, me and Busy had beef once. Like, through messages, beef. It was a long time ago. Kind of, I don't want to say I caught him on his shit. Long story short, there was a Busy Bone concert. Busy Bone in Cleveland. Cousin was opening up for. All of Bone showed up, except for Busy. Then Bone Thugs and Harmony came back through again. Mind you, hometown, home state, home city, Cleveland every time. Bone came around again. Busy didn't show up because he was too fucking drunk and had his issues to. That's why he got kicked out. He couldn't keep his shit together. But Busy was always my favorite too. Busy and Crazy. No, he wasn't busy. Getting fucked up. Did you guys ever see the verses with them and 3-6 Mafia? He ruined that shit too. Because he can't keep his fucking mouth shut because he gets drunk. Dude, he flipped the fuck out. Like, I saw the aftermath. They were still recording. Crazy. Busy might be the leader that people... Crazy Bone is the one that everybody shuts the fuck up when he talks behind closed doors. He is the fucking mastermind about... He's the Gene Simmons of Bone Thugs. When he talks, everybody shuts the fuck up. He's in control. Not in a bad way, just... And he was like, this was fucking embarrassing. Like... He was like, Busy, you can't be doing this shit. That's why he's like, we will never get invited back for stuff like this. And this was like 2 years ago. Yeah, remember the fight on stage? Yeah, this was like 2 years ago. I was like, this is going to be a badass versus, this is 3-6 Mafia and fucking Bone Thugs in Harmony. We got 12 minutes into it. This motherfucker starts running. Bro. If Crazy don't pimp slap the shit out you right fucking now and get your ADHD back on track, Busy, you gotta go. I don't give a fuck how fast you spit and how clean you got to go, homie. Like, you are now fucking up my paycheck, is what it is. Yeah. Busy sound was Busy and Crazy were my two favorite sounds, even at that. Get that powder, baby. Yeah. Where the 5 fingers slay to the face. Slap! Yeah, tomorrow it'll be out. Yep. For Slaughter to Prevail. It was going to be today, just bullshit happened. We got a late night last night. I didn't even almost get home until 10 from recording the podcast. I wasn't trying to edit, which I could have done it this morning probably, and I should have had it out today, but I didn't. See all the things that happens in a day? What up? Hey, Winchester. What's up, man? I like Crazy Bones solo stuff. I like Dummy Man. I like 24/7 The Grinder. I like Monster. I like, there's a dude, Crazy still went hard. Catch you on the flip flop. Ooh, any new warning? Soon. Probably record some tonight. Have I set my daily damn it count? Not yet. Recording. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of pissed me off that I didn't have. It was my decision, but we don't have a video out today, so we actually lost the day, which, like I said, my decision. But we can now kind of get caught back on track with the amount of videos we'll have after recording. But I'm still thinking about putting out Bone Thugs and Harmony if we do it this weekend just to see. Trust me, he was here. Like, bro, who hurt you? Yeah. No, Lori, I did not. I've wished him happy birthday a couple times already. Wait, hold on. Slaughter does pretty well. My problem that I'm having is we didn't get to do this right away. Same with Bone. No, that's my favorite. You probably weren't in here, hon. Because I know you said you came in late. We didn't jump on it right away. So I fear that it'll do good, not great. And I don't want this to detour our view on doing future Slaughter stuff. Same with Bone. Bone is not big like that anymore. And I understand that, right? I understand that. This has also been out for almost a week as well, too. And also, it's older head stuff. They only got 250,000 views. And I don't mean that as a slight, but think about that. Not that we need 400,000 views. What I mean is from a standpoint is analytics, right, guys? We're only going to get a percentage of that. So I'm also fearing that we're jumping on this late. We're not going to get the traffic. Also, it may be not that big of a thing. Kyle even said the same thing. He's like, if we do Bone and it doesn't do well, he's like, I will lose all faith in humanity for rap. Like, and I get it, dude. He doesn't even listen to Bone like that, but he understands the severity and the like iconicness. When you think of rap, I'm sorry, whether you listen to rap or not, if you do not put Bone Thugs and Harmony in a top 5 of some category, you're rapping wrong. You better have an NWA / Ice Cube or Dr. Dre, any of those forms in there, a Bone Thugs, an Eminem of sorts, that's basic. Never heard that song. Wait, which song? But like I said, to me, if you listen to rap, there's even like Wu-Tang and stuff. Like, I don't even really listen to them, but like you put them up there, like they're iconic. They are iconic. No ifs, fans, or butt fucks, man. You say Bone Thugs and Harmony, 98% of the people, no matter their age, are gonna go, yeah, I know them. Yeah, or man, that song, fucking Days of Our Lives, is fire. Or whatever. Art of War was my favorite album. East 1999 doesn't have one single skip. Yeah, you're right. Prov? I've never heard. Let's look it up, baby. But yeah, like I just... Between the like I said, the Ice Cubes, NWAs, Eazy-E's, Dr. Dre's, however, like I said, any way you want to put a form like that, a Snoop Dogg, like these are names that echo forever in rap. And Bone, I'm sorry, is one of them. It's not because they're from Ohio. But like, hell, even same with MGK. Sure, from Ohio too, but him and Bone Thugs and Harmony, some of the hardest shit to ever come out of Ohio. That's just the way it is. Yep. I will be totally honest. I enjoy, respect, and give the man credit for all of his new genre, and I don't want to say new lane, but Tickets to My Downfall, I don't really remember much of it. I didn't listen to it like that. Kyle listens to the shit out of that and loves it. I am one of those people, say I'm wrong and thinking this, I'm a rap fan of his. That's how I know MGK. I'm not saying I don't like his other stuff. I just didn't sit down and listen to Tickets for My Downfall like I do other things. I think that it's the fact of he's just good at anything. He's an actual now musician. And like, all right, I've actually never personally met MGK. Okay, follow me here. My stepson's, so Meg's kid's uncle, has a child with his music manager, Ashley. Like, she has her phone number that she can She like texts her. Ashley will even text Meg sometimes first and talk about stuff. She has sent her the links to our videos. I don't know if they watch them, if he watches them or not, but even at that, she took the time to respond back on them, like through text. But he's not an ass, dude. He's not an ass. I think he was lost for a long time. I know, Mom, I would love to meet him. I go back and forth with using our poll and not. I don't ever want to taint a relationship with Meg and Ashley. Does that make sense? I don't ever want to. I know that Mom and I would be cool and could just legit be like, can we just get a selfie and leave? We could. We would do that if that's what the stipulation was, but agreed. I would like to, but yeah, we got connections. I don't ever. Literally, one night I came home from, where was I out doing? I forget. I was doing something cool, and I'm not kidding. We both had some drinks in us. I come in. Meg is downstairs in the kitchen, and that's a credit card. You can't see my stuff. And she's like, "Here." I walk in, and she's on her phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, nothing. Just seeing if we can maybe meet MGK. I'm like, babe, don't do that. You're drunk. Like, don't ruin a friendship, because she was talking to Ashley. Like, oh, nothing. She's just texting. Like, yeah, I've heard more and more. He's a genuine dude. I don't mean to compare, but I've heard that him and I are very similar on our girl dadding, if you will. I didn't know, but Meg has told me before. She's like, sounds like somebody else I know that just lives for his kids and lives for his daughter. Yeah, well, I don't know that he tried to go after them. I understood what he meant, though, even at that, but I also understood the other side, where he's like, bro, you got to fit the part, look the thing, and be on stage. Was really the biggest thing that took from that. And they got butthurt, but I also want to think that maybe a little bit of a PR stunt. I've heard the same thing about ICP. I also have heard a weird thing about Violent J, though. I've heard he's a little PDF file-ish. That is, again, that is that did not research anything, but I have heard that, yes, Violent J and Shaggy are actually really good dudes. They are the type of people that stop shows when they see fans being hurt. That, like, so respect. But I don't know about that other maybe dark side with Jay. Yeah, I don't know. All right, that's I've heard small things, but I'm not gonna put that out there like that. Like, so I cannot say for sure. But regardless, when it comes to just as a front like that in their shows, I have heard that they are upstanding men. Ironically, that I have heard from people that are actual juggalos, they're like, yeah, there's a lot of drugs, titties, sex involved, but this is an actual like community, and they are very connected and one with each other, that everybody helps each other out. I know that sounds funny, but I could see that. Oh yeah, no, I'm NF, like NF, Ronnie, I mean, Disturbed, I've seen, hell, Five Finger Death Punch. There's a lot of them out there. You just don't think people like ICP would be paying attention like that. Wait, who's been pushing on M's daughter? Hey, Duck, what's up? Quack, quack. ICP is still around. They still have, like, I actually follow Shaggy on Twitch. I don't really see him a whole lot. He's got his like whatever like show podcast. It's pretty funny. It's everything you think it would be. Oh yeah, being a guy, yep, for sure. And you work like working with kids, 100%, man. Like it's shitty that that has to be said, but understand why. You know, hell, there's like Chomsky and stuff in here where like it sucks when we have to tiptoe around, but like the reason I bring up Chomsky is he is a security guard for a strip club, like I think a higher end strip club, and he said before that like the girls that work with him, like they trust him, they come to him with things and stuff, and I said, you know, that speaks volumes about you as a character, because let's think about this. He sees them naked and they're most vulnerable, and he doesn't give off a, you know, like whatever it is. They trust him. That's huge, man. And the fact that with you like working with kids and stuff, I know you said you got to like pay, but the fact of that you working with kids, that speaks volumes with you too, is the fact of like how you are out there in the world and people are comfortable with you. That's awesome. Corpse Grinder? I don't think I've ever seen that. But yeah, like that's where like I've always remembered that about Chomsky was with him, his, I don't know if it's his only job or one of his jobs, but like that is actually some of the highest respect I think that you can get as a man. Like I said, think about it. They're still comfortable being around you. And kids also usually have a pretty good judge of character too. There's a thing I read where it's like if your kid tells you they're uncomfortable around somebody, listen to them. Like a lot of times they have such a higher sense of awareness and around. That's why it very I don't mean to get on this again, but very much upsets me that I might hate my ex for every right reason, but it upsets me that my daughter doesn't want to be at her home. There's a reason. She does not want to go home. That she wants it to be live here, go to school where we live, and just go see her home for a while and not even spend half the time. She's like, I don't even want to spend the night, because I was like, what if you just, would you want to spend the night still, or just go hang out for some time? And she always usually says, just go hang out, I don't want to spend the night. Right, Rage. To tread that line carefully? Damn, okay. Wait, is Owen in here? I saw Crystal say, hey, Owen. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's sad, but I'm glad she does. And it's just, it's very unfortunate. Hating an ex for the right reasons. I'm in that club too. Brent. Okay. He's the VIP. I'm making us jackets for Divorced Club. Rage, I know that we've been trying and stuff, but like, I mean, I've got recording tonight, but are you gaming at all? Like today during the day? What do you got planned? I've been, just things have been off. I mean, if not, no big deal. I just was asking. She's not in school yet. She will be. So I hate to say this, but I'm actually wondering and kind of even lightweight looking forward to that, where it's like, it's not just me she's telling this to. Like, that's why, like I said, I have to buy my time here. Ohio is a mother-loving state. So tonight, okay. What's tonight? Tonight's free. I didn't watch Breaking Bad last night. I couldn't, guys. I couldn't be stressed anymore. That show fucks with me bad. I don't know that I'll ever be able to watch that show again. Like, it's so good. Drag us to court. Depending on your state, they apparently took it away in Ohio, but which is weird, but they can choose before they're 18. Yeah. And again, this is where I back, like, I'm going to go back and forth all day today until I either do or don't with buying those masks. Because the way I look at that is close to, my lawyer's about $280 an hour. That's an hour of his time that I'm gonna piss away on 2 masks. So, like, I don't know if I'll do it. But then the problem is that not even just intentionally, but like not buying those masks, I'll spend it on something else. Like, I don't know. This is just where I need to, like, hunker down. I almost thought about seeing if Meg wanted to. It'll suck. It'll suck. But I thought about this. Yeah, lawyer first. Yeah, but see, again, Mom, the fact is that I'm gonna need, like, a massive chunk. But worry about putting your savings. Well, I got to put up a different savings because savings right now is strictly just my taxes, so I didn't have the money just sitting in cash like I did. But just the fact of, like I said, I don't know. There's so much going on, and I thought about seeing if Meg wanted to do something. It'll suck, but I tried this trick a while back, and it worked. Take like a month, and anytime other than anything you need, and I mean damn near anything, I'm talking $5.85, put it back. That Zero Pepsi or whatever it is for $2.98, anytime you do that, want to order out for an entire month, find how much it is and put that money to the side. Don't buy the thing. Don't buy the Chipotle. But look at how much your average, say our average Chipotle night, what we did the other night when all the kids were home and it was us, it was like $56. So instead of getting Chipotle, take the $56 and put it somewhere. And then at the end of the month, take that money and go do something together, do something with the kids, maybe put it towards a down payment on a vacation, whatever might have you. Every single thing. I don't give a fuck if it's a 20-ounce Pepsi. Yeah, Meg, because you don't want to. You don't, exactly. But then the thing is that when you want that one thing, you'll put yourself in debt for it. Like, that's how every pay. No, that's great. We piss away more than $120 on all the Amazon stuff that gets happened. Yeah, I'm saying it, Amazon, but I'm saying everything though. Imagine how much money in a month to be able to go do something for yourself or cool or together. If everybody in the household did that, That's a lot of fucking money. You'd be amazed at how much money you spent in a month. My bank statement has $7,760 in it. Whoa, shit. Buster. For 280. Talking about Jesus Christ. Completely get the struggle. Been there with lawyer cases of my daughters. Oh. Best of luck. Moto, first of all, thank you. Much appreciated. That is really unfortunate. And that's the thing, is that I think sometimes court systems are broken. They really are. And by the way, $7,000 is only because I gotta pay taxes. Yeah, that is that's really unfortunate, man. And the fact of having special needs involved as well. You know, when it comes to courts in all states, I truly don't understand how things slip through cracks, how unfit mothers or parents in general still get to keep kids or find loopholes even though they're drug addicts or whatever have you. I don't understand why there is so much, I guess, like loopholes for things like that. Like, it really bugs the shit out of me. That should be one of the most cut and dry things ever. Damn. Oh, I was missing some stuff. So you got the thing. And that's where, like, in my opinion, with the little bit of research that the courts could have done, and not just because I think I should win. I'm serious. The little bit of research that the courts were supposed to do and didn't. I paid this motherfucker $750. Both of us did, and he didn't do not a goddamn thing. You could have seen that Chandler should have just been with us full time. There's no other way. The environment, the toxicity, the living scenario, the living space, all of the things. I'm sorry, yes, that does take a factor. If I live in a fucking studio apartment, but because I live in a better school system, you mean to tell me you're gonna give me custody? The fuck you are. But if it was mom, you would. But dude, only a couple times a year? Damn. Yeah, that's what the Guardian lied. Didn't do fucking one of those things. All you would have had to do was spend 7 minutes at each place, and you could have. My daughter says things that should immediately be looked into. When I told him I had videos of, I don't need that. They don't take that into consideration. Cut me off. Cut me off. Mid-sentence trying to show they don't take that. Then what the fuck are we here for? Huh? For shared custody. Right. Oh, I get it. He heard me say, Brent, thank you. Motto, thank you. So I read Brent. Makes sense. I said 280 and now he gained respect. It was useless. Yeah, but like I just caught it. I was like, that was a, like, you know, not complaining. I was like, that was a very specific number. Like, but anyways, because guys, it's not to not acknowledge. I will start getting sappy about stuff like that, about even just like the person that sent it. Like I've learned that if I acknowledge it and kind of move on, it won't happen. But people that all donos and things, and no matter what the reason, are always appreciated. But dude, he works hard. Everybody works hard for their money, and he did something nice for me. Like nobody has to do that out of their own pocket. Sometimes my brain isn't working. It's fucked up. Like I still am not used to this shit. And we've been doing this how long? But anyways, what I was saying is that it's just, dude, there's so much that goes involved with court cases, and I really think that there shouldn't be. It's kind of cut and dry. And if you don't have a person that can fulfill those things to prove or to look into or to whatever, the other thing this dude told me when I gave him my sheet of the things of like, you know, maybe people to talk to, and it states that it has to be people that you know. He's like, so he's like, so let me guess. These are going to be people like your mom and you know, good friends are going to just tell me what an upstanding guy you are. And I'm like, then what did you want? I'm like, then what is it that I'm supposed to fucking write here, man? You're trying to catch me in some kind of loophole to be like, see, told you, dad's a piece of shit. Well, I don't know what you want then, because you want me to just go, hey, random stranger, look at me I'm with my daughter right now. Do you think I'm a good dad? No? Yes? Okay, can you tell this guy that's a professional? Like, bro, I'm not kidding. I had half of mine when my court case was over to legit wait outside his fucking door. I know where he works. No, not actually physically hurt him, but dude, I'll talk to you after the fucking, after I punch out of my time clock, dude. You ain't got nothing over me no more. That dude, I'm getting heated now because he fucked me over. Your schedule was too demanding. That is why I am so grateful, even for right now, that everybody involved being a part of the roadies in Rykerroad, that y'all are the reason I'm able to be a stay-at-home dad. No, I don't make 6 figures a year, but I get to pay my bills, hold up my end of the bargain, and then some, and be a stay-at-home dad and get to see my kid every single day that I have her for my custody. 15 days a month. Not every dad could do that. In fact, most dads can't do that. And I get to be one of those. This is the greatest thing I've ever accomplished. This is the greatest thing I've ever accomplished. No, he doesn't. 4. It's 4. It's weekends. And it's every other weekend, not even at that. And even this past weekend, they stayed the night at their uncle's. This motherfucker showed up to the house damn near, talking about, it's storming, I'll pick him up tomorrow, to drive back to Cleveland. You were here. What the fuck does a storm have to do? You weren't going to be home. You planned something because and even though you had your kids, you went to go get pussy because you broke up with your girl and you weren't going to be home, and you know your son freaks out over storms. I hate the fact that when I see this man, he's cool and I want to hang out with him because it looks like I want to beat the shit out of this dude any other time. Right, Rage. I'll never, right. Burn it. I will fucking. And smile. I will do it. Rage. I was broken for a long time with that. And about 2 years ago, a huge weight lifted off my shoulder. I didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong either. My son loves me. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't brag about much, because I don't think there's a lot of my life to brag about. But I know one thing. I'm a pretty good dad. It took me a long time to think that. But I think I'm pretty good at it. Dude, I love my kids. Right, Brent, exactly. Man, it was about to happen again, and I finally had the chance to. I had a stack of money that was saved. I got lucky one year, guys. I got lucky with a tax return and a lump sum. That is how I paid for my lawyer pretty much up front. I got to give my lawyer like $5,000 right up front. So it gave me time to keep building while I was fighting, you know, like the $280 an hour. $280 goes real fucking quick. Right, I know, Megan. I feel bad sometimes when I try to make, like, I got to see if he wants to come over this weekend. Plus, with this new microphone, we should be hanging out more. I want him to be on here with reactions with me on like Twitch or whatever. Take a night or two a month and be like, bro, every 22nd we come kick it. Like, but again, I try to understand that he's got, I think, a new girl, the new band going, a job, and then a life. There's only been one time so far, and it was on Easter, basically weekend. He asked if we were doing stuff, and I was just busy, and I felt bad that I haven't seen him. Like, I feel terrible because of all the shit that I have PTSD. Like, I'm afraid he's gonna think I don't want to talk to him, or I don't want to. It's also still new to the both of us. I'm used to him not being around. That he wasn't allowed. But it's changing, and it's just I never want him to feel unloved or unwelcomed. It's just like, man, you could come over. I just might be in the middle of something. Like, as long as you don't mind hanging out with Meg or whatever it is. Because I swear, like, the last 3 times he's been over, I've been like setting stuff up, or we were getting ready for like people or like whatever it is. And he doesn't stay long because it's the weekend. He goes out and does his own thing. I was 19 once. I get it. He doesn't take it. Oh, did you talk to him? Yeah, seriously, Ray. We're cool dads. We know our scenario. You can tell. Yeah, I know. I just like I said, like, I'm gonna get a hold of him even today and let him know, like, you know, we're gonna be home if he wants to come over. But you know, it sucks because I know a lot of times my evenings are not that I can't plan around or do things, but my evenings, like, I go on live and stuff, and it's like, unless he wants to do that with me, I'm not going to be able to just, like, I always feel like it's like I need to be hanging out right next to him, though, too. And I don't. He's a fucking grown-up. Like you said, he likes to just come here sometimes with his buddies and just like sit in the living room and still just talk with. That's fine. If that's what he wants to do, I'm fine with that. It's just, I didn't want him thinking that, like, even at that, like, I was ignoring him or something. But it's like, I might be in the middle of cleaning or gotta mow the yard or whatever it is. What up? Let's see here. Family night? We could do something like, I mean, we could at the house, or, well, he's not 21. I don't know. Would he be allowed at like the winery or anything? I don't know. I mean, I know he's with his dad. I was just saying like somewhere like nice, like we could go hang out. Let's both make meatloaf. Dude, Rebel, dude, it was terrible. It was awful. And telling him stories, and I think I hope that's what also eases the blow on him thinking that like maybe I'm not ignoring him or anything, but like when I've told him stories about like trying to track them down in certain houses or like whatever, and he would be like, oh damn. Like when I was first talking to him, like I think he knows that like I tried, and I tried more than once or twice, you know, but he wouldn't be able to drink. I think in Ohio, he's allowed to if I say so, but I get what you mean. Like, yes, he could come, he just wouldn't be able to drink. Meatloaf all around. Yeah, Rage, it just, I know it's hard, and I know this sucks to say but I had to keep doing it. 8 more years, man. And I did the same thing. It was 8 more. I got to a point where I knew that I wasn't going to have the money. And when I finally had the money, get this. This is what I said. The system's broken. I had the money and went to court, took her. It's a long story, but anyways, we had to go to therapy. We had to start this therapy because to introduce me to him as his father, because she had lied to him and told him I was an old babysitter. Would take cards off of things and gifts and all this stuff and say it was from Santa or from them or like whatever it is. So you're telling me that I now have to pay for this therapy because I wasn't in his life because she lied to him. Well, how is that my fault? I've been trying. And now that I can finally do this, he was like 14. And dude, I accepted defeat. I needed $3,000 like right now to continue on. And I didn't have it. The only thing I had for collateral to like give, because he was like, well, we can work with, I was like, I have my car. He was like, well, how will you get to work? I was like, I guess I'll walk. And he's like, I can't in good faith, I can't do that to you. I'm like, why? I'm giving you the thing. So the courts were super nice for me and said, I'll tell you what, instead of throwing the case out, once you get the $3,000 to continue this, we'll just continue it from here. You won't have to start over like you're supposed to. Oh, gee, thanks. I accepted defeat, and I said, I got 4 years. I'll be 18 in 4 years. And that's all I kept doing was 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. Dude, it was a countdown. Yeah, fucking idiots. Like, dude, I'm like, how does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense to me. Put it together. Talk to me like I'm like a toddler to make it make sense, because I'm clearly not understanding. Dude, I was walking in the text. I was walking out the front door when I lived with Kyle. I forget what it was. I was going out, and I don't ever hear the bing from Facebook. I don't get on Facebook really. And all I saw was his brother's name, and I went, why the fuck is Cody? And then he knows. Period. Left it like that. You can't just drop. It was 10:20 in the morning. My birth certificate. %. He doesn't have my last name because we weren't married. So my son actually doesn't have my last name. Men are screwed in custody court. That's why I said I got lucky. And that's why I'm not trying to push my luck without having all of my beautiful ducks in a row. Can't risk it. Yeah, the only reason, Cody said he was still going to tell him, and his grandma said she was too, but she had passed. And apparently it was like legit one of grandma's dying wishes that she wrote in a letter to Cody to keep it a secret from the mom, that when he turned 18 that he knew the truth about me. Did you hear what I said? Lifetime movie? Didn't matter. I was knocking on that fucking door in October. Fucking done. Wish mom happy anniversary. Knocking on the fucking door. Hey man, I'm your dad. Look at me real quick. But the problem is that was going to be weird. He would have probably been like, who the fuck are you? So the fact that Gran and brother had me backed up and was going to back me up was huge for me. Oh, I was already on it. Meg knew for 2 years. Like, bro, it was some wild shit. And that's why I kept telling him. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, you were always right in my grasp, but I couldn't. I was like, I would knock on doors. I was like, when you lived at this house, and then when she was dating this person, you guys lived here, and he was like, whoa. I'm like, yeah, man, I tried to find you. Wait, Rage doesn't know what? Right? That script. They want pictures with you? Fuck yeah. Don't worry, Rage. It's gonna work out the exact same way. I'll be there. I'll be the asshole to tell her. You ain't gotta do shit. I'll be the Cody. I'll be the brother. You gotta worry about nothing. She can be pissed at me all she wants. Who the fuck are you? I don't know you. Be mad, ho. You can be mad. I'll be enraged, kick back, and smoke a joint, laughing. Remember that meme with what's his face from Goodfellas? That'll be us. Yeah, Brent, I was just talking about that the other day with the fucking... I'm your asshole with fucking Cole Cox, dude. I ain't worth jack shit. I am the stiffler of the group. Facts. I've accepted that years ago. Damn rage. So, how are them dolphins? Oh, shit! So, Kayla, so you no baby yet? Hell yeah, you got this. This is fucking wild. We was talking about children. An 11-year-old sister that probably doesn't even know you exist. No shit. Hopefully soon. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, after this, yep, it'll probably be a little while until you're on. So rest up. Good luck. And just soak it all in. Remember, do the Andy. Because you know. I wish you knew you were in the good old times while you were actually still in them. Take those moments and time in. I don't care if it's in a hospital or even when you get home, but take those moments in. You'll remember them forever. Okay, let's save the day like yeah. Because you didn't have insurance. Oh shit. Hasn't started yet. Soon. Have a good one, Mom. Later. Oh, Rage. Did we talk about any new games or anything that we might want to try and play? Did we just want to do some more Faz? Were we going to be dealers again? I'm kind of down for anything. I haven't played games in a while, and I would like to get back on it. Proudest and scariest moment. Yep. I can't tell if I'm going to get into Oblivion. I got to look at some trailers. On Roblox horror games? Yeah, I got Demonologist. Demonologist, Panic Core, Content Warning, Faz, and I think that's it. We had Outlast, but we kind of don't really play it anymore. Ooh, Dead Space. I only played the one like halfway through years and years and years ago. That's actually not a bad idea because, like, I guess people wouldn't mind seeing like a horror single-player story-based game. I just always figure you guys have more fun if I'm going live playing a game when it's with people and there's something like that where you have the chance of like maybe freaking out and stuff. Like I know that I've got the sound effects and things, so it makes it more interesting, but I just didn't know if... Oh, the new Megan 2.0, yeah, I've seen parts of it. But if stuff like that interested people, again, the fact that people even still come and watch somebody play a game and hang out is already wild. Like, you got to make it worth their while, and it can't be an all-day thing. People that stream all day like that, I don't know how. Actually, speaking of, though, I have been toying with getting a day where, and maybe again with like if I can do some Streamlabs here and figure out some co-hosting with people like Rage, I would like to do a 24 hours seems like a lot. I don't know if I'd be able to do that, but maybe I could do like a 12-hour stream. 12, 15-hour, do like something like that. But then they just have like bounce around from different things. If I can stay like mobile also, or but like bounce between like, okay, let's do this and some music or hang out, or like I said, I might even like clean or do stuff, but like I can't just sit the whole time. Brent. That's funny. What I need is for Nash to stop fucking up. Actually, he's not fucking up that bad. I'm just saying the fact of where they're kind of grounded in a sense. Like they've had some moments here and there, but I need Nash to be on his A game is what it is, to be consistent as well, because I want him to be a part of, even if he's not in the live, I want him to be a part of our gaming, because one, he would be a consistent player for things like Faz, how even Fortnite, stuff like that too. But I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna do is I'd like to here soon. I want to hook up that my old board that I had that I couldn't control much of the volume, unfortunately, and then that Rode mic with it, and see how well it sounds. I'm get a pop filter, and not for nothing, if that happens, he could have a pretty good sound quality for like $140 and try and start doing some of his own streaming, but he could also have that quality while streaming with us. Meg, and that's where, and again, like that's also where, guys, I don't know if this is right or wrong on how to do, like, again, I try to parent a correct way. Things like where, okay, you didn't do this, so his biggest thing is his laptop, right? It's just for the day. You fucked up. Nobody's pissed at you. Well, you know what I mean? Like, we don't hate you. Just take the L, dude. Move on. You can still go outside and play. You can still have your phone or like whatever it is. Now, if you keep doing, that's when more things, but it's just the fact of like today, Nico, there's other things that Nico still hasn't, there's still balls in the front yard. He picked up the shirt because he's not paying attention and they're still in front of him. So guess what? He still doesn't get to play PlayStation. Doesn't mean he can still go play with his friends. He can still hang out or still play on his phone. He likes to play PS5. So you're going to get something where it hurts. They're right there. I'm like, dude, look. Yeah, it has been Nico more, but again, they go through the cycles, but they don't get screamed at. They don't get slapped. You know, it's like, bro, take the L. Yep, you might get talked stern to for a second, but that's it. Now go do anything else but that one thing. Oh, wait. Interesting, Allie. And he's 32. Oh shit. Oh, let me ask you a question, babe. How many buses were there this morning when you dropped Nash off? stuff like this. Well, Nash missed the bus yesterday because he said he was asleep and it was his laptop. I'm not fucking buying it. I know what I heard. He was up too late playing video games and he missed the bus. So Meg had to take him to school. And then today they had a late start and she's like, yeah, the buses, he said the buses don't run. I'm like, yes, they do. They still run. They still have to take the kids to school. Well, right, but it was the fact of he didn't know that you had to take your car to the shop. I was like, the buses are running. I don't know what he's trying to tell you right now. But yeah, it's the fact they've kind of switched roles. But no, we don't. I don't think that up until a point, screaming and yelling at a kid or teenager for whatever, like I get that, like being frustrated, but it doesn't do anything, man. In fact, I think it does worse because now I don't know. Maybe that's just me and the fact of like how I would take it, but I try to think, I guess is how I approach almost everything, how I would take something if I were 13 years old, or like what happened to me, and maybe tweak it because like, okay, I felt like that was a little unfair, but now as an adult I understand the situation, so let's try this. Oh, no. 1 to 2 weeks. Now again, if it's consistent things, okay, now it's more and more days or like whatever, but no. That's why I said it's usually one thing, and it's the one thing that they like the most. I will, it's rare for me because like that's why I won't take him away going down to his buddies. Now actually, Meg did get him out, so I was like, you're not letting him go. Well, okay, yeah, because he really wants to do that, but she's like, no, he's not allowed to go to his friend's house for 2 days. I'm like, damn, dude. She was fucking over it. To be fair, he didn't tell anybody he was leaving. I didn't know that he was gone, and when Meg came home, he wasn't here, and I thought he was with Meg, and he was at his buddy's house, and he even had his phone. So, yeah, I kind of understood. So yeah, grounded. That's what I was like. She took away going out like outside and go. Well, he was allowed to go outside, but like he couldn't go to his friends. And so I was like, damn. That's one of the last things I take away, because if you want to go outside, man, go do the thing. Don't be inside then. Mike, our stepdad, dude, this was rough because they lived on like kind of a main drag where a lot of kids were that would like play and stuff. And like there was like something across the street, like a mini mall and things. Oh no. A lot of times they didn't get whooped either. They would get grounded and told to sit by the window, even if the TV was on or whatever, because they had to watch all their friends play outside. If that ain't some shit. Oh, he learned. He was texting me every place they went. Right, Brent. And that's where it, like I said, there are levels. Like I said, but in general of like getting yelled at or screamed, again, some sternness or getting checked, sure. You got to understand the severity. I just got screamed at a lot. So that's where, like I said, taking that one thing away, it gets them. And it's just eventually they'll learn. There was 2 summers I was grounded for. Like I would get ungrounded for like a day or two. I was grounded for like 4 straight months, basically. It took a while, but I figured it out. But other than that, being a parent's great. What also, what's also funny too is I'm like, guys, these two, it's like sometimes I want to sit them down and be like, can you try? Hold on, you understand? So like, let's put it this way: they try to hide things like candy and snacks, bro. They will leave the, like if they put it in a drawer and try, whatever the thing is already moved over, the drawer is still hanging open, and I'm like, bro, you're hiding it, but in sight. I can see it from the hallway. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're not, like, that's lazy. You're too lazy to even get away with hiding something. Try. It baffles me. I'm like, dude, you could have gotten away with it if you just, you know? It's like, do I gotta teach you how to be a fucking sneaky snake? Because I will. I'm sick of catching you. I'm exhausted. Hey, what's up? I am not kidding. I was up here vacuuming all the rooms, and the amount, all of it, Nico's drawers, and I'm like, dude. I'm tired of catching your ass. Yeah, like there was other things too, like with Nash. That's where I was like, he got grounded because I don't check his room every single day, but it's like, dude, you've got a stipulation. I was like, where's all the bowls and cup? I went, this mother. I walked downstairs and I was like, immediately grounded. Grabbed his there was like 3 bowls, 2 cups, 3 things of silverware. His room was still trashed. That wasn't just, oh, I didn't pick up my room last night. You know what I mean? Like, you're not even hiding it. Yeah, then I have to sit and play. Exactly. That's right, Meg. That's what I'm saying. That's why Mike's mom would do that. She'd make him sit and watch out the window while their friends play, because they, at the end of the road right there, that's where everybody gathered to do all the fun stuff. So they had to watch. Meg, no the fuck I don't. And look, the fact that you say that shit online and people don't take you, they take you serious, no the fuck I don't. That shit gets old. They get held accountable, is what it is. I'm sorry if you don't like that. Right. You say that, but people don't know that. That's what I'm trying, that's what people don't understand. Like, look, I know that you think it's funny. People don't always take it that way. I don't care about the sarcasm font. That's not the point, Meg. Like, right. There's almost, I don't want to say conditioning, but like that's the thing, is that it's like it's how things start. I've tried to say before, I know the way Nash thinks. I was him as a teenager. Him and I are so similar. It sucks, but I'm trying to like help him. Be like, dude, this is what helped me, or this is how, like, I know that you're getting in trouble for these things. Here, man, set yourself alarms. I needed to be reminded. I was one of those kids that you couldn't just tell me every time to go clean your room, right? It was go make your bed. All right, now put your clothes away. Now, because my room or whatever it is would get so overwhelmed that when I went in there, I'd go, fuck, man, this is so much. But when you break it down in different ways, it's things I've had to learn. Now, will it always work for him? No, but at least give him ideas, and I've tried. You don't know whether to be proud or scared. Well, the thing is that they are not my biological children, but I'm trying to. My thing is that I know I'm the male role model, and my presence with them is more than their actual father. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, and my children have had to have that in their lives as well. So I'm also, there's two sides of the coin, needing to do things the proper way, to just have them be men, like to grow up and be good, just good people and things like that. But also how I would want my children being treated by a step parent. The same goes with treating my significant other. How do I want my daughter being treated? Was I always a good? No. I was in terrible relationships. I'm in a good relationship. The fact is that I still need to be the side of showing not only the boys how to treat a woman, but also how I expect my daughter to be treated, male or female, who she dates. It doesn't matter. There's still a standard. So like there's a it's hard because one day I hope both the boys will look back and be like, look, man, it really wasn't that bad. Because again, there isn't a whole lot. Because I don't think that, I sometimes feel like I was expected too much, not in a bad way, but where it's just like, damn, mom, like why do I gotta do all this shit? If I'm going to school and in sports and like, and then I don't mean like this, but then you're also dragging me to church and we're doing all this stuff, but I still have to do A, B, C, and D over here. Like I get A and B, sure. But then you get screamed at. Mom got loud sometimes. Or grounded. When you're like, dude, but what the fuck, man? Yeah. Yeah, clean your room. Clean your room now. You don't see things until you're an adult. And right. And I think that's where I'm trying to take those scenarios with all the children are different ages. So it's super hard actually to try to keep things in line, like with yourself as like parenting, because it's different. It's very different. And at the same time, like seeing things like I said, remembering when I was Nash's age or Nico's age, where it's like, calm down or whatever. So it's like, I'm trying to remember the things where I was like wanting them to be a little more chill, or the amount of time it took to blow your top, or like whatever it is. Like you said, clean your room, clean your room, clean your... Okay, damn, give me a second. Like, I get it. So same thing where it's like, hey man, as long as you keep your room cleaned up a couple times a week, blah blah blah, whatever it is. I've even said your closet can be a fucking disaster. I don't care. Keep your fucking room clean. It's like I don't, you know what I mean? My mom would, because I think my room was always just messy. She was constantly, it was like that. I'm like, I know, goddamn, hold on. Well, with your ex, oh, with Rock, yeah, and that's why I said like I try to everything that comes around. And like I said, I try to take things into consideration, whether it's just past things in my life, ages, also raising boys and girls is different. It really is. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's I think that more so the things that I want to expect in even out of my little one is just the whole thing of responsibilities on like your stuff, your messes, or where things go, and then maybe help out. Like I said, I don't expect Nash and Nico to like clean the house and do all that stuff and vacuum and even really take out the trash. Sometimes sure, but we ask Nash to do the like load the dishwasher and unload it like a couple times a week, not even every day. Yeah, see, that's where like nah. But see, that's how, like I get it. But see, where I'm trying not to flip out because that is kind of unacceptable. With where it's like, how are you not seeing this? But it's the fact of getting them to understand. I know what it is. There's just like this morning, how he missed all of those things still outside. He's in too much of a rush, and you're not look. It's your own fault. But getting them to understand and realize, I think my thing is I'm trying to help them focus and find the way that helps them the best. Mom and I didn't know these things back then, honestly. In the late 80s, early 90s, ADD and ADHD wasn't really like a thing like that. Googles and doctors and all this stuff weren't a thing either, so... Right. Right, and like trying to find the balance between exactly. So like, and that's where I'm trying to help too, or trying to figure out and go with too, is that understanding that where it's having them find at their own pace or way of that fact of how are you not seeing now anymore what it is. I think has a big part of it. They want to get back to the Fortnite thing. Oh my God, the thing on my phone, the shorts and all the scrolling, blah, blah, blah. That's the biggest problem now, where they're in a mad rush. Mine was ADD, and also, I gotta get back to the basketball courts. I gotta get back to my rollerblades. I gotta get back to I know. We gotta find a way to bring it down. It's because you're not slowing down enough. You don't even have to hit the brakes. Take your foot off the gas. So right, and not everything works the same for every kid. That's where it's like I'm trying to find and show them too, where it's like, look, no, Sparkmaster, I know we like you, but to help. I think Nico's is more so just he's fixated on stuff and wants it. Nash is definitely more of like the ADD, ADHD thing. Right. Well, and like I said, going back to that thing earlier where I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure he's lying. He was up playing, but we didn't have some long drawn stern fight. I shouldn't have caved, but he took his laptop that night. I was like, fine. But now from here on out, he just needs to bring his laptop up every night at 10 o'clock. Sorry, man. Let's see how often that happens again then. That you miss school, the bus, because you were up too late. Again, own up to it. That's all. Yep. And bring is him being exactly. And I think that's a fair trade. But again, he didn't get screamed at. I was like, dude, you fucked up. Admit you fucked up. We can move on. I've thought about that, but then the problem is, if Meg is like in the middle of like doing a live, my daughter's laptop, her sounds run off of like it would cut everything. We'd have to restart everything. Well, right. It was just in the fact of like it would cut him off to where I'd be like, oh, it's time. But no, like again, this is not in the fact of these kids are by far awful. It's not that's not what I meant to sound like. It's just there's stuff to work on, my daughter included. She is definitely growing up. So my MAC address. My little princess is not an angel. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's got the person. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, right. They're only Yep. Time flies. Dude, time flies. And even that's iffy. Yeah. No. They're all good kids. They're all good kids. All of them just have things to work on differently. And that's why not everything works the same on them. And that's why it is hard, not only with age, huge differences in age and gender. Like, it really is. Raising boys is different than girls. Like, that's just, and then so just, yeah. Yeah. I don't even have to hardly ever even raise my voice to my daughter, and she crumbles. With your oldest, yeah, I'll be going to the bar with my oldest here soon. Not much longer. I'll be able to. Jason asked me, he's like, "We getting Alex toughed up for his 21st?" I'm like, I'm thinking if he wants to hang out with his dad, like that's up to him. No, there's not the double standard is not, it's not there. That's like legit. She is held accountable for the same things. Like again, even now, her things are becoming a little more and more. I said, what was I saying? I said something to her yesterday, and I was like, "Nah, you need to start doing this too because the boys do this." Fuck, what was it? Oh, her bringing stuff up. Because I told her to pick stuff up in her room. So when I came upstairs to whatever, it was just stuff was laying on her bed. Now, it wasn't like a trashed mess, and her room was clean, but I was like, "Hun, this is not where this stuff goes. The boys are being held. Come up here. You don't just throw your crap in the corner, whatever it is." She's like, "Okay." I'm like, "Nah. If I'm gonna hold the boys accountable, you're old enough to understand this now too." So it's again, I'm trying to like also figure out when to also introduce things and when things can be understood. So my oldest stepson my oldest son is 19, and then 13, 9, and 5. Teenagers can be rough. I mean, again, we've talked about this before, is that, and I think it's a mutual understanding and respect that Nash hangs out in his room a lot. We don't really talk. We don't, like, even with his mom, like, I leave him alone. I remember being that age and wanting to be left alone, even before the internet and things like that. It was just, you just didn't. I was either gone or in my room. So it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't necessarily take that so personally. I understand. I'm just glad that he isn't being a hermit. Like, they have been going out more lately and doing things, or riding bikes, or going to the soccer field, and he does track now, and he was also doing wrestling. So he doesn't just sit at home. That's why I'm telling him, like, he's also trying to work towards, like, you got to show me that, one, you can respect things and take care of things if I'm going to invest in you to have your Twitch and streaming, and two, you can come home and do all of these things until you basically go to bed, because you are in sports. You're taking hours not only through practice a day, but then when you have tournaments throughout the weekends, plus school, as long as your homework's caught up and your grades don't slip, go ahead and play, man. You got till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever it is. Yeah, and that's where, like, I don't know. I never really worried about the whole "I hate you guys" or "you're not my dad" or whatever. Like, I mean, sure, but I've always hoped that was the thing, is that he does understand. And that's another thing too, is that I honestly, hopefully think that with him not being screamed at, and or it's not an all the time thing towards him, but again, he gets checked by me or even Meg, that it's like he doesn't take that as we're against him. I think he's slowly realizing, like, shit, all right, because I did it too, where I'm like, yeah, I did it, you know what I mean? Like, you, even if you don't verbalize it. Right, Badger. Like, I think that he will get it soon. Well, like in the future, like probably in like his 20s. Honestly, like he'll understand in probably like his late teens, early 20s. And it's fine. If Nash and I don't feel like, other than maybe some like gaming and like online stuff, honestly, that him and I connect off of just how we are wired too much. He gets into a lot of different things that I don't. You know, it's like animes and stuff, like trying to, like, having a more of a common ground. It isn't all there, but some of the cool things we can do together is things that, like, that's how Randy and I were. We bonded over our like electronics and our gamings and things like that as well. Our like man toys, if you will. Nico has more of that like zinger, you know, sports side as well. Like, all kids are different. I was different than Kyle. Like, there's different ways. Nico isn't the techno online kind of thing like that, in a sense. Like, they both kind of weigh a little bit in the opposites. So for us to bond that way, it's going to be very different. Yeah, like music and stuff with Nico, facts. Like, it's very different. So like, that's where it's also trying to find that thing too, where if he's not grounded, it's fine. Like, if he can just fucking, he could be on the show, or like play with us, or like, could you just right? But that's where it said, like, I leave him alone though. I know he wants to be left alone. But it's like, I almost can kind of bond with Nico even right now a little more, because he is like out and about more and around, and or things like music. Like, I've wanted to see if he wanted to be on for some music nights with the microphone and stuff, like listen to some rap or whatever. I also just didn't want Nash to think some type of way. So it's like if he wants to play games, he's not going to want to sit and react with me or like do stuff like that. So you also don't want to seem like you're picking favorites. It's like it's weird because Nash would take it that way. And I'm not saying in a bad way, it's just like he takes things in a little bit more of a negative way. Nico can take constructive criticism a little better. I think it's an oldest kid thing, right? Like I was kind of the loner, if you will. I'm not trying to be a tyrant. I'm trying to be a male role model, father figure, if you will, and some responsibilities and being held accountable. That's all. Like I said before, there's really no screaming and yelling of any sorts at anybody in this household. I just don't want him to become a super introvert is all. That's all I worry about. But he hasn't been. Nash has really been proving himself to do a lot of change in the last 6-8 months. And one of those things is being that he is going outside, like he's more interested in some sports. And that's not, I'm just saying like going outside and bonding with other friends and making new friends and then going to their houses and going and doing these things. Like it's nice to see. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, and I also like, again, I enjoy the fact that Nico still wants to do that, but you're right, to entertain yourself, number one. But number two, at least he's not always on an electronic. He has his days. But yeah, Nico is always outside, hence all the shit in the front yard. But like it's nice that all of our kids still want to participate in non-electronic inside activities all the time. Chandler, I feel terrible, and I'm getting better at we're getting better at it, but we had just a weird enough front yard style thing and like road that Chandler just necessarily being out front and by herself, not that she can't play in the grass, but it's like she can't just like go across the field by herself like the boys do, kind of in our front yard. Maybe she could, but it's like it's not the same anymore. Her riding her bike is different than it was at the old house, things like that. So it's like she kind of needs somebody still out there, and sometimes I have to be in the house all day until later. Wait. They both have pieces in the art show. The middle school this weekend, so we're gonna go for hopping on the rough ride. Hopping on the, you mean Brittany's? What time? What time? What time are you guys going? I'll be on a little longer today, guys. This has got to be a longer stream. Oh, shit. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Speaking of painting, I've got some painting ideas. I got to run by Kyle as far as some bits. Also, you know what, babe? After I'm done with this, I will for sure. I'm gonna text Caleb, let him know that we even have all the money up front if he wants to get everything as far as, or even see if he started work or if he has the time. I'm also gonna get a hold of Maxwell about the paint gun, and I had an idea, but I'll talk to you. It's not. I mean, not that it's personal. It's just like I'll talk to you after the show. It would just take up a lot of time talking on here, so. Even if it doesn't work, it's just a thought, so we'll talk. It'll be tomorrow. I meant to have it out today. There was a lot that just went on. It's Slaughter to Prevail. But we're also going to try and do Bone Thugs and Harmony. I might release that this weekend still, just to see. I don't mean a throwaway one, but like a throwaway one just to see what Squirt does. Yeah, we started everything. We actually finished Eden last night. Excuse me, Eden last night on the podcast. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm going back to something, and I never usually like harp on donations, but dude, I still can't get over the fact that he sent the amount for an hour's work. Sorry, that came back through my head. That the amount of respect and gratitude I have is beyond belief. Like, I don't know. Sorry, it just came back like a flood. You know, sometimes, guys, I don't mean we forget in a bad way, but we forget how cool and real and understanding, supportive in all ways, not just financially, but even for that reason, that all you roadies are, and everybody on the channel, no matter what it is, even if it's, like I said, just the commenting right now, like, this is it. We forget how lucky we are sometimes. Like, I always try to, like I said, I always try to remember of how lucky and try to be humble about this scenario and my job and stuff. But damn, sometimes things still slap you in the face, and you're like, damn, they some real ones. Oh. Okay. My hands all loose. But got some things to do today other than the longer stream. But yeah, like I said, we will be recording tonight, and yeah, have some fun. And then hopefully Rage and I can get some gaming in. Maybe even Stacks, but I don't know. He's been kind of wussing out even in the group chat, not even messaging back. I have to have a talk with him. The hardest difficulty, facts. Yeah, I'm gonna finish Breaking Bad. Like, oh no, I will. It's just yesterday I was just like, oh, it was too much. Hey, Sarah, that's all we ask. Like I said, it's I you know, like the whole donating thing, like, so that's why I never really like try to fixate on that or make a big deal in a good way, because that's not what we are about. But no, because of the fact of, we don't expect people to or want them to, because that is your hard-earned money. And the people that can't afford it or whatever, we never want them to feel bad. What you're doing literally right now is the biggest thing you can do. And it's, I really wish people could have, oh man, please understand what I mean, not how it sounds, could have a successful platform and know that really is the biggest thing. That, yeah, money is cool. Like, it really is, but it's very different. Just even Simulation about breaks. Prelude to sundowning. Interesting. Badger, hell yeah, thank you for being here. Wait, doing it. Oh, that's right. You go live on fucking recording. God damn it. That's right. Truly a child. Dude, that's fucking awesome. Bro. That's legit. That's tough. So, some bad omens we've been toying with putting back in there, but like Kyle was saying, we've really done some of their major hits, and I don't know that their other stuff would really do well. So it's we can try it, but it's the fact that they're also a relatively very new band, so they don't have a whole lot yet, which I didn't really think about or understand at first. As far as you talking about, Neil, you talking about like a payout for YouTube? Yeah, you get a certain percentage. Making signature. Oh shit! With Wild Fest. No shit. Instead of the chicken. Okay. All right. Sounds delicious. But yeah, as far as some, like I said, some things today, it's gonna be a busy day, probably a fun day, busy day. Ooh, you know what I gotta check on today is the bonsai trees. Check the soil. Oh, and I figured out our front. As far as our front yard and garden, I might take a look at some things. I don't know that I'll necessarily get anything, but Meg, hon, let's figure out some things we want to put in the front yard, and may even see if Maxwell has a smaller chainsaw to take that one bush out that's taking up a lot of stuff on the one side. But we need stuff that is going to have a lot of sunlight through midday throughout the evening. So like roses, and I took a screenshot of things of that nature because I want to basically take everything out with the exception of some of those like little bushes that are there. Lindsay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Suicide Boys, they didn't do well at all. It was very unfortunate. Where am I at? In the video? What is he in the background? Well, right, but don't they have it? Because I said something about the one time where I was like, whoa there, cameraman. In the center. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, yeah, you have to go what? Yeah, but that's where I mean, I know that. I thought you meant like you saw his actual whole face. Yeah, that's what I was like, easy there, cameraman. What are you doing? Like, what's funny though is the black still kind of like distorts your look, right? What is very interesting about that is it enhances the whiteness and promptness of his mouth and teeth. So it's you really focus on Vessel's technique, I think, with how he sings, and how his mouth and jaw moves. Like you do with other singers, right? But like there's something about the fact that it like harnesses that focus. Yeah, so they were with some other whatever record kind of indie record company or something prior or whatever, and then they did RCA. Yeah, I would say because like I said, it's definitely it's focused for sure. Oh, Mitchell, it was just something that happened and it just slowly became a thing. Babe, babe, I'm gonna need you to. I'll just bring when I get done. Just bring down or whatever the laptop and have you email that to Ken because I still don't have the. Try to get that mask made. Must have blanked on parts of the bit. A little bit of both on how I find stuff. So we find stuff obviously word of mouth through the channel, right? But I find stuff on my own through TikTok because especially like some of this rap and things that because it doesn't do well yet. I'm sorry, like rap is going to become a thing on something that we do as far as a reaction, whether it's me and Alan, me and Kyle, whatever it might be. Hell, maybe it's me and Meg. I don't give a fuck, but something. I'm over it. And I don't mean to sound like a dick, but like, no, man, I'm not getting stuck in just getting and finding a lane for reactions for all metal and deathcore and all this stuff. I get that they want to see the rap guy freak out over it. But dude, come on, man. It's out there. People react to rap. People listen to people rap. Like, it's there. We're doing the right people. You're like, I don't understand. Connor Price has been on there. Prov has been on the radar. Harry Mack's been on a radar. I don't know what to do. Like we've done top tier artists. So I'm afraid to do this Bone Thugs and Harmony reaction. Cause like I always said, but like I agree with them where it's just like, dude, it's gonna bomb. I already know it. One, we're a little late on it. Two, it's just I don't know. He has a song. See, that's where I was like, maybe if he wants to be on, if I do this membership or if I do Twitch or something, because again, I want several people to try this microphone out between the two boys, Meg and like Jason or Alex or somebody to like another guy's voice. That looked. But yeah, we could try that. Let's see here, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I got a solid 20 minutes for sure. Eh. I also need to get started on the studio. See if I can do anything with that. You know, just get her done. Need it. Want it. And decorate things. I'm so excited to decorate and make the studio and set it up the way I have this vision. Oh yeah, the growth in the voice, absolutely. He didn't need it by any means, but the top quality tier production value that he has with RCA. And that's rare to say when it's like, nah, he actually didn't. I almost argue it sounded better before. But. Oh. Yes. That wasn't as good. And decide what I want to do first today. Oh. She got the bigger one. That's what she said. Anyways, as far as some things in the future, I am going to also get back on Toasted Reviews. We'll be getting back on the links to Shut Up and Eat It, but I'm going to maybe go to some places and try to experiment with a few things and give some different content and see what sticks and could be even on the detour instead. Need to be Friday. One more day. You got this. You got this. Okay. You're fine, hon. No worries. No worries. I've actually never had that, Lori. I've heard it was good. I'm just wondering if it's going to do the same thing where like it almost gives me a weird hangover. Sometimes those give me, it's hard to explain. I can't tell if like there's sugar in it or sometimes they hurt my stomach. Where like for example, I actually love a lot of those like twisted teas and things like that. But dude, if I drink maybe more than 2 of them, it is straight gut rot. Oh, it hurts. It's bad. He smokes along the way. Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Tell him to comment. So what is some of his favorite? Nobody really did it yet. I'm trying to find weird combinations in the comments section of those videos. That's sweet, dude. As long as it's a real combination that you've either heard that was good or that you do yourself, not just whatever you want to make up to see me do it. Maybe one day we can do that. No, never. I don't think I've heard that cover. Oh shit! Okay. Ritz crackers and applesauce. So I'm assuming you just kind of like almost like a chips and salsa thing. You just kind of like dip and like. Ooh, Shinerbach, yeah. Hell yeah, that's what you do. All right. Comment, Jesus Christ. Comment that on the one newest video. I will, like I said, I'm want to take notes. The applesauce was it pork chops too, but I know that cakes you can do and like mayonnaise as well. From South Africa. Well, thank you for being here. Wait. Ooh, really? They used the Ritz crackers, so it's a thing. I guess, yeah, sweet, salty, sure. I mean, yeah, it's there. It's definitely there. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, like it helps keep the moist, exactly. And then same with, like I said, with the applesauce. They both do a pretty even job at the same thing. Ah, ah. There we go. I'm fine. With sour cream. Okay. I can't with that reality. Ground beef and bananas? Odd but good. Oh, that was the slogan. Okay. Are you like just regular, like in the pan real quick and then like mix it together? Fell out of love with. Well, as far as maybe like replayability anymore, I guess you could say things like Creed. I know that sounds funny, but like I don't know. That's maybe one of them. I'm like I don't listen to him like at all. So I don't know if that's considered falling out of love, but I have bands like that I just do not listen to anymore. And I don't know that it's necessarily a hatred thing or whatever, but I just don't. But that was just like an example. But I don't know, like as far as fell out of love with. Oh, because of Chester. Sure. Some salt, and sliced up with banana. Okay. Poor boys. You want to say hi? There's the hole you dug. There's the hole you dug. Have a good one. Are you tired from all your napping? From your 16-hour nap, are you tired? Hey. Here. Come on. The whole bed, have you been laying on the floor? Yeah, you've been laying on the floor. You got the whole giant bed. Oh, running, thank you. I just saw that. Sorry, man. It's not like the sausage you saw the day before. Tortor. Hey. What you doing, Bugs? Why the head down? Your childhood cats are nice. Weirdo. You comfy like that? Okay. Just being super like, it's pretty much like that. Like, if you sit down, he's got to be touching you. Huh. Whoever sit, like, if somebody sit, he flocks to whoever sits down. Humbugs. Humbugs. All right. Haven't had a pet in a long time. Oh. Anyways, I guess today I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. So I will also let you guys know when I start some of these newer things. I think what I'm gonna start with is membership. I gotta see how much it costs. If there's tiers, all that stuff. I don't know how it works, so bear with me, guys, if and when I do start this. But I want to have some fun, and I want to see about getting Streamlabs as well, and being able to do different types of multiple streams with you guys, but also not getting hit with copyrights, no matter if I'm reacting or just hanging out. And then, like I said, even just out and about, having a good time with you guys while it's nice out, maybe going to some stores and shop. You know, I see a lot of people that can do things like that, but I know that we'll get slapped with it, and I'm not trying to risk it. So I've maybe found some loopholes. Dog. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe I can try something. If things work out as far as looking at doing some research, maybe things can start this weekend. Also, I gotta see what people expect out of consistency. You know what I mean? Not just once a month, but like, do I need to go live 2 times a week? Do I need to do 2 times a week in a video? Do I need to like what is it? I argue a lot of the things that I do, I already do. It's just putting it on, like I said, on those platforms. And I knew it was going to kind of win. I got to double check again. It was membership, and I think it's the fact that people don't want to have to download another app, whether it's Patreon, whether it's Twitch, whatever, that they can just do the membership and we can do whatever the fuck we want on the membership. Have a good one, Meg. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's been right in the front of my brain and mind for too long for this to not be. Again, I'm trying to decide, am I trying to force something, or is this being so present in my mind because it's like something needs done with this? I mean, it'll probably need tweaked in some way, but like that there's something there. Well, no, right, and I think that's also part of the pressure relief is that with unfortunately pretty much any of this behind some kind of paywall, there is no pressure on my end because I don't have to worry about the content, if you will. You know, a lot of the stuff I want to do and or do is either frowned upon. I don't want to say frowned, but you would still get limited and things like that, and or probably copyright strike for anything, and it's unfortunate. But having it behind kind of a wall, if you will, that's where all bets are off. It's now you can do whatever you want because you're pulling your crowd in. It's a delicate dance. I'm scared. I'm scared that the membership is going to be a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, like, I can't remember what Twitch is because they said it, but if it's more than like $5, dude, it's going to be hard for me to want to do that. Honestly, that's going to be really hard. Like, I hate that. We already reacted to Slaughter. It'll be out tomorrow. It's just I don't like ripping people's mouths out with funds and or anything, but two schools of thought is that, again, that's the cost literally of being able to not have to be a slave to an algorithm or a like copyright or rules, if you will. And also, okay, let's face it too, a little bit is getting compensated for your time. Sure. But again, this is not hard. It's just sometimes things don't always work out the right way or whatever, but it's different. So yeah, I go back and forth. It's a struggle. because I don't ever want anybody to ever think two things. One, that this is what we're all about, and two, that people can just do YouTube and things like that for a quick cash grab. I don't know. I think a lot of newer people seem to think that social media and being a, I guess, influencer or something along those lines is just an easy way to make all this money. Sure, it can be, but there's a lot of harsh realities out there, and I think people are just not understanding. It's not. That's not a being mean. It's just like, I don't know. I think people have sometimes a skewed view on being paid for social media. Sarah, it is a job that takes effort, and that's where I try to keep it fair. Like I've said before, everything's the bare minimum, and that's where, like I said, the Patreon thing for me was where I wanted to maybe try to give something on that platform, because the one is just for support. The next tier up for $4 is the 2 movies. Well, I don't do a whole lot on Patreon other than upload the stuff, right? So I'm it's not even an enticing, but like it's an enticing thing. Like, what kind of, like, not secret content, but like only you and the club gets type thing. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that would be wanted then? What lives would be wanted? What videos would be wanted? That's where I'm trying to really figure out what the crowd is or wants to be. You're the biggest fucking idiot I've read this morning. Why is my channel called Riker? Because my name's Katie. That's why. Can't you see the similarities? I don't get it. If you're my biggest fan, then how do you not understand that? That's weird. It's weird. I think you're a poser. So, I don't know. It's disappointing. Disappointed in you. That you're my biggest fan. But, it's alright. I'll get a new one. Get a new biggest fan. Did you ever see Misery? Steve, that's where I'm going to. I probably put it there so they can't. Dude, I heard Tor. Like, yeah, I've seen some things. I was like, Jesus, what is this? Like, against my own will, mind you, but I was still just like, then it was like a train wreck. I'm like, well, now I gotta see. Where do people come up with this stuff? It's been forcing it down your throat. Yeah. It's like they want you to see how bad it is. For the first time ever, it's like, all right, algorithm, do your thing. Like, I'm for it. Kind of like the whole JoJo Siwa thing. Dude, I was kind of lightweight pissed in my algorithm at first. I'm like, I'm not trying to, like, you know what? What's next? Now I gotta know. It was a fun train wreck rabbit hole that you go down. See again, it's like, bro, people like, people be bored. If they put that much effort into like a job, they'd make more money than they do on YouTube. Shredders or opener. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. They would have been out there twitching and dancing all fucking in off sync together. Like, they could be great. They would be the best like duo wreck of the century. I wouldn't know how else to put that. Like, it would be so, they would sell so many tickets because of how bad it would be. Oh, I would go. I would go. And if Omarion was like the mid, you know what I mean? I'm there. Because that shit's fucking embarrassing. I don't know if anybody else has been seeing some of that. I was like, dude, you're doing too much, dude, and not anything at all at the same time. Like, I don't even think your muscles are sore the next day because you're not doing anything correctly. So, you popping and locking, it's probably your joints that are sore. Your muscle control with any of that shit looks like... Ever seen that thing where, like, you put on and it shocks your muscles? How, like, unnatural that looks. When you put on, like, setting high and you're like, like, that's, yeah. Favorite cologne? I actually don't know yet. So there is a guy, there's a guy that I actually follow on TikTok, and I think he's being serious now. That it was like, I think it's a parody, but he's actually real. His name is Overspray J. Look, man, even though he sprays a shitload of cologne on himself, the man will tell you, and he's got a very ASMR voice, in my opinion. He's got the good Rode mic that I actually want to get, but to do like vlogs and stuff. He tells you deals. He tells you things that are good. He gives you his opinions on things he doesn't like. I've been following, like, I'm going to start looking into some of his stuff, but he likes the Louis V collection of sorts. He likes a sweeter smell cologne, which I have found out that Meg likes as well, as far as, but he actually had something in his top 5 lineup or top 8 lineup. One of them is considered a perfume. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I love this smell so much. And now, clearly it does smell different on him being a dude, but I think it's geared for women's perfume. But yeah, I've got the this one is probably on my radar as far as I bought the trial. I'm actually out of it. But yeah, this is Versace. It's the Versace Blue. But this smells really good. It's got more of a brute smell. But I like having that little bit more of a, like that, but I do like the sweet. So I didn't know if I was going to like it. I wanted to like wear it. But again, I'm trying to find at least 3 colognes that Chandler can like remember me. And like, that's how my dad smelled. But there was this one lineup that Overspray J was, it's like a 7 kit. It's meant to be crossbred. You can wear just one, but it's, you find your own. You put on a couple sprays of this one and a couple sprays of that one, or one spray of each, or whatever you find. I was like, no shit. It's like, I think $80 for the kit, and they look like they're decent sized bottles. It's just not Versace, so it doesn't cost you $179.99 for the fucking smallest bottle or whatever. But I put that actually I hearted it, but I actually put it in my cart just to have to make sure I remembered the name. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, that was a good question as far as Cologne. I don't know yet. Mine growing up, and I might still even just get them, but we're Tommy Hilfiger, naturally. CK1, of course. Cool Water, who didn't? Bangers. That's, do you want to know what the 90s and 2000s smelled like? That. All of the things. Like, them shits went hard. That's what all the fuck boys smelled like. We just weren't called fuck boys back then. But yeah. And if you were smooth, you had all of them. I did. No, that was actually my thing though. Mom always told me, she was like, for being a dude, she actually would go shopping with me because even with like some jewelry that I would wear, yes, that was still that was a big thing back in the day, like some necklaces or a ring or something. But like colognes, like I wanted to look and smell good. I was a sneakerhead. I wanted the nice jeans. I want like, dude, I looked and smelled good. You will find that man no shit. Captain, so again, I don't mind. I wasn't trying. I know some of the clones are going to be expensive. I get that. What I am actually learning from this overspray J, now he is like overkill on it, like a lot. But he has stated, he's like, look, if you want to smell like this all day, he's like you need more. He's like 3 squirts is not going to do it. I'm sorry. The potentness of it being all over you is going to die off, like that immediate thing. So, but like he will put like 15, 20 all up and down. His thing is if you ain't shining, you ain't doing it right, like wet, like he'll put it on his hands, like all over his neck, all in it, like it's everywhere on him. So when he is in a room or he walks by, you smell him. Apparently he's saying it's not over. It's because it'll last. It's not the fact of it being so pungent and in your face all day. I've noticed that too, where I'm like, man, it doesn't really smell like it. It's only been a couple hours. But like, if anybody has TikTok or just Overspray J, check him out. You'll see what I'm talking about. I think it's a persona, but I actually think he really does that. And his reasoning is not bad. It's just my opinion. I'm not trying to spend that much money on cologne all the time. A cologne should last you all day if you're spending $100+ on a bottle or close to it. That's a personal opinion as well. I shouldn't have to spray it 4 or 5 times a day. You'll go nose blind to it, sure. I've just noticed that even with this, like the Versace, sure, it smells good. And I'll put on, I don't know, 3 or 4 sprays. I usually do like kind of around and then like my clothes, like my front or whatever. And I will notice, obviously it's going to wear off on your skin. I've noticed though that it's still, like, it's there. It's there. It's just not, it's not there anymore, even on your clothing. So it's interesting to where it's like, I don't know if like maybe more so his is like it's soaking into the fabric for him and it is staying longer, I don't know. But I agree. Like, it should be discovered, not announced. But I do notice that when people do walk by me, male or female, it's like, I'm like, ooh, somebody smells good. But also my thought is, well, how long has that been on? No, honestly, have they've been wearing this all day? Because you weren't that close to me. But you smelled good. You got my attention. And I want to know what he smelled like. Oh, it's this. Yep, need that. In his closet. You've used the Invictus and washed it, like 4 sprays, and it still smell really. See, I think maybe mine is that because they have a couple of different like flavors, if you will, right? Maybe I just didn't find the right one. What I'm also trying to do is like that was I want to try to find a set or mix and match and find and spend, even if I spend 100 150 bucks, but if I can get 4 5 6 7 cents to try. But the original is your favorite. See, that's what also pisses me off. Sometimes I go to find these sets and it'll be the same name, but they're just different colors. And when on the littler bottles or on the box, I don't know which one's which. So I don't know now which one I'm trying to come back and buy. Like, what the fuck, man? You should make this easy because now I don't know which one. They all say the same fucking thing almost. I was legit at Sephora and I was looking at a couple of things. I'm like, okay, well, this is like 70 bucks. There's 3 or 4 of them in here. I'm like, okay, well, which ones are they? Because there's other options with here too. I'm like, God damn it. Nope, I'm not spending 70 bucks to guess. But yeah, so you like the original? Yeah, you need to know what you're buying. Like, it kind of lightweight pisses me off. What the fuck, man? I'm trying to buy your product in the right one, and you're now like I'm not even buying it now. Not buying it because I don't know. Connor Price has been highly requested. It's just seeing what we can do with it. I have a feeling it's not going to do well. People just for some reason do not pay attention to rap on the channel right now, and I don't know why. Like at all. NF and Eminem are really about the only things that seem to get some kind of noticed. Wait. They have it. They have what in stock? The Invictus. Yeah, I would say that's like all over. Like I see it. I just don't. I think I just need to find maybe get like a sample of all of them, but at least know which ones are which. I smell money. But I pride myself in smelling. Even dressed like this. Going out, and it is never about to attract another woman or anything like. First of all, you don't stink. Now that's not a replacement for a shower either, but I like to smell good. I remember like my one grandpa, same thing. Like he wouldn't go out, but like he was one of those guys that like not necessarily Stetson, but like he had that routine, and then like the aftershave afterwards and all of that, like. Just to be at the house, even if family was coming over. He didn't go anywhere. He still always smelled good. Oh, Arcadia, we're super pumped. Super pumped. Oh, where you can exchange for the free bottle of cologne? No shit. After 2020? Really? Yeah, I gotta find. What was really cool is the lady gave me one when I even bought that because I'm like, I'm just trying to find things. And she was like, well, here's some of the samples we have left of the other colognes. Do you want them? I'm like, yeah. A lot of them smelled really good. Um, I'm finding I kind of like some of those like sweeter, grapefruity, even some vanilla and like lavenders and things like that. Like there's some really good ones, but I still like a hint of that spice. One of my biggest ones I had for a long time, and I need to get it's my personal favorite. I think was Jimmy Choo Man, the original. It had what's his face, Jon Snow on the cover. Love the shorts, thanks. Joe, I must remember. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Dude, there was just something about that. Like, it didn't matter if he didn't go anywhere. South Africa. Oh shit! And holy shit! Thank you for being here. I don't mind some of those smells. How do we get on colognes? But yeah, but like that Jimmy Choo. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. I was in the mall at Sephora with my ex. She was doing whatever, obviously. And I was like, well, they do have cologne, so let me look. And I was just kind of, whatever. My first big boy cologne I ever bought was Dolce and Gabbana light blue. Anyways, and so I was standing there looking at the smaller section that they had, but still had. And this gay couple came over and they were kind of doing the same thing. And noticed that I was kind of like smelling different things. I'm not kidding. They asked if I was looking for something specific, and I said no, just kind of browsing for something new. The one literally kind of looked me up and down and went, "Go to Jim. You want Jimmy Choo Man? Go smell that. You're gonna fall in love." He was like, "They don't sell it here. You have to go to Macy's." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'd like whatever. Couple minutes goes by. I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to Macy's." I found it, and I was like, "Wrap that up." Fucking wrap that up. The quickest 90 bucks I ever spent. I still have some left. And then the spritzer is broken on this one, but this Polo Red, the only problem is my ex got it for me a long time ago. I still got quite a bit in there, but I still got some in there. Oh, unless they're like super famous. Right on. But like that Polo Red, that's a very spicy one. I like it. I like it. Polo Blue is nice. Okay. But that's where, like I said, gotta find this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something real quick since we are talking this. I want to find that kit that dude was talking about. So hold on, let me see if I can find Overspray J. And like whoops. I found him, but I gotta find the right top 3 most used. Okay, no, that's not it. Because this kit looked really interesting. Okay, Elixir, nope, that's not it. Ooh, there it is, there it is. Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. It was the wrong thing. Because I was like, yo, what the fuck? No way it was this far back, bro. All right. Whatever. I'm going to go back to it. But anyways, there I got to find the kit. And I was like, dude, I don't know what this is and why it's so cheap. Switch it. So, and see, there's like the big one, but you can mix and match. And like that's why I was like, no shit, man. This looks interesting. Because now I gotta know. The grapefruit, yeah, I would say there is, yeah. I said that some of those smells I do dig. But that was one of the kits. He's got a couple other things. Because like I said, I don't know if anybody was still in here that was talking colognes, but this is the guy I was talking about. Overspray J, he's awesome. But he gets ready in the mornings, and then he'll put on his stuff, and dude, he goes buck wild. Dude, he'll go longer. And now he's gonna mix it and put another one on there. Oh, vintage from the 90s. They stopped making it because of the ingredient. Oh. OG Polo. Yeah, I've got certain things I'm into. I still above it. Oh, it can get a little pricey. Sure. That's why I said I don't mind if I can usually keep a bottle about this size around $100-ish to $120-ish dollars. I'm okay with. They last me a while. Hell, now I didn't wear it every single day, but kind of close to it. This was like, I don't know, $25 for just this little bottle, and it lasted me several months. At least 2, probably 3. I was like, okay. It's just, it does wear off, and that's why I said some of these maybe are a little stronger in scent, and I like the fact that guy does more than just your typical high end that everybody, like I said, the Louis V's, the Polos, the Chanel's. No. He does a lot of other stuff that I've never heard of. And I'm like, well, shit. And when he explains what they smell like, I'm like, well, maybe I need to try that. This dude gets me. And it's like, colognes are a big deal, I think, for a lot of dudes when they like colognes. You can be Negan from gotta get you a bat. I've heard sassy Negan is what I am, or Timu Negan. Yeah, I think the thing is though he isn't actually putting it on like all over his skin, because I thought about that too. It is his neck and hands, but a lot of it is his clothing, I feel like. But yeah, I thought about that too. I was like, damn. But people did accuse him at one point that it was all filled with water. And he's like, this is some expensive water. And he would show, I'm like, dude, you can tell that's not water. Like, it's not. Like, this dude legit puts on $50 worth of clothes. every time he steps out the door. But yeah, either way, everybody's always like, "Damn, Unc, putting on 50 racks worth of cologne." I can't. I have noticed that even with like longer hair, but Kyle's dad would do it too, because when he would spray stuff, he actually would put it in his hair, and I never thought about it. I was like, well, yeah, it probably does. Like it'll attach. So that's what I'm saying. Even like when a lot of times when I have my hair down, when I spray my neck, it does hit my hair, so I know it's there. Like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe that can hold a little longer for you, but I must be going through some kind of like midlife crisis. There's a few things in my life I want: smelling good colognes like that, and a watch. I don't know why. I wanted a watch for a while now, like a nice watch. I don't mean some iced out fucking Rolex. Just a nice watch. It tells time. Right. It doesn't matter. Right. Doesn't matter how much it costs. If you like it. You know what else was kind of underrated? It had a similar smell to like kind of Tommy Hilfiger was Michael Jordan's cologne. But that hint of leather from the basketball, remember that in the glove? The baseball glove? Yeah. But I had the MJ cologne. Believe that. The Cool Waters, the Drakkar. Told you. Smelled good. You worry about my game back in the day. I had to stop. I had to stop playing so much game. Calculator. He's drunk from the alcohol. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. I gotta go buy cologne. No, actually, like I said, I'm pretty much out. So I need to. I've been needing to. We went to like I said, we went to Sephora the other day, and I was looking, and I just, eh. Is a 40s thing? I mean, I don't need like, but again, I don't just want some kind of like Timex or something. Like I want a nice watch that, is a reasonable cost, like amount of money, but I'm not trying to spend 10 grand on a fucking watch, dude. But more than just some Macy's or Walmart special, you know what I mean? Get a nice one and also here's another thing is what I end up might be doing is just getting the Samsung watch. They're like the brand new ones are like 400 or 500 bucks. But it's a good build quality, does a bunch of other things, and it has it's a watch, man. Like, so I've been toying with that. It makes you cough. Remember, you just inhaling it. We call that smelling like a French whore. What it is. You so much nearly died, yeah. You're like, Jesus, dude, open a window. Like, or take a shower. Put deodorant on. No, it's actually Nash. Dude, he walked by me one day. And I was like, what the fuck is that? In a good way. I was like, what does that smell? And Meg laughed. She's like, it's probably Nash's cologne. I was like, oh, is he wearing cologne? And I was right, but my first thought was, who's the girl? You ain't been wearing cologne. She's like, yeah, he asked for cologne like, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago or something like that. And I'm like, chick. But anyways, and I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's not a kebab. I was like, oh, like I kept going like, why am I back in high school, middle school? Yeah, it's because it was fucking Nautica. Dude, he's actually, kid smells good. He keeps his, well, he also is in sports and I think is now realizing that, dude, you gotta stay clean. Number one, like you stink, like you're sweating a lot. But he does. He takes a shower, and then he puts on cologne. Like he smells good. So but that's how I was. Like I said, I had all that stuff. So like that's really, so like maybe colognes we can bond over to. Like, nah, let's go. I mean, this is not what you want. Let's go smell this one. Of the green. No, now you just smelled like Tommy Hilfiger brickweed. That's all you smelled like. I ain't fooling nobody. That shit lingered hard. It'll explode. Yeah. Fucking between that all the hairspray. No. You were a walking torch. You were a chemical experiment just walking around like. Shit was hilarious. Don't even get me started on Axe body spray. That's the shit where you're like, bro, stop spraying it. We all smell like date rape now. The whole room does. Like, that's exactly what I did. When I bought my first big boy cologne I was like, I'm like a grown-up. Why am I buying Axe? And that's game over. And I'm like, okay, I'm spending X amount of money. It's gonna last me so, dude. It works. It's great. It's good smells. Fucking Axe and Bod. Remember that? That shit came in a Windex bottle spritzer. Fucking wild now here. You could water that's shit that you water plants with, bro. Oh my God. Just reminds you of your first finger blasting. Whoever, each end. Giving or getting. Yeah, it's sport. The blue one. Cool breeze. Right. I'm out here. It's just swamp ass. You gotta smell good, exactly. Yeah. That was the shit back in the day, though. High karate. Aqua Velva. Cool water was my jam, though. Oh, Lynx. Yeah. Whatever it was. That shit was one of those. It was, you know, like when you, like between that and Bod. It's like, that was, like I said, it was like a Windex spritzer. But like Axe was one of those things. You know when you have to like bomb your house for like roaches or whatever it is because your landlord's a piece of shit and they have to come in with all that stuff. That's what you were like fumigating that's the word I was looking for. You fumigated yourself with fucking cologne. I think even overspray Jay would be like, that's doing too much. That's saying a lot. And we just allowed it. For like 15 years. I think they still make both. doctor. But yeah, let's see, we've been a little over 3 hours. Okay, that's good. It's good. Oh, what is that? Look at that. He's forward, chattering his teeth. Itch in your head. That goes in there. Getting a good scratch in. It's one. All right, guys. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. So, I appreciate everybody hanging out today for the longer stream. We get some things going today and try to get some things in motion here for the future. So, appreciate you hanging out. Check a lookout. Make sure you look out for whatever stream we're going to do today or tonight, whether it be some gaming or some movies or whatever. But hopefully we'll see you then, and we'll see you tomorrow for coffee time.